I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. But Lazarus... We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure.
The Lazarus District. An exclusive walled residential area situated just outside the eastern edge of Port Isolde. It was once the jewel in the city's crown, and home to many of the nobles of the duchy. However, after the Empire moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Port Isolde was all but abandoned, and this once grand district was soon overrun with thieves and cutthroats. I guess that's
The entire place looked abandoned.
That's the answer to the question I had a moment ago.
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I guess we missed them. No side quests back there, right? No.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Well now.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Okay, looks like we're about to kill everyone that lives here.
Or not.
Okay. Ah, damn it. I was about to use this. How do they feel about that? Enemies bested. Doesn't he just walk in and blow all of them up? Or are you acting like you're winded?
I've seen one man fight like that, and he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Wait.
Blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
I was there when you died. Oh, are you telling me we didn't kill everyone here?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Oh wait, what have you been up to? The first thing you did when you saw us come in was draw your swords
Inside.
on two random people. That's fucked up. Did you turn to banditry? Are you telling me we didn't just kill half their men? Did we just set the sword to stun that one time?
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
You had a
why,
child?
I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Again?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
Is Sir Tyler alive by any chance?
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say
Yeah,
that.
this part of the story didn't quite go where I expected. Dealing more with Clive's mother than Jill.
If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Can't believe he's alive. Actually surprised they brought this one back.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
And
Oh.
let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
I wasn't trying to. The cutscene did that for me.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
Instantly restores all HP. That's a little too expensive for my blood right
It
now.
has been an honor.
Too rich for my blood.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade,
He's just gonna fight groups of them on his own.
have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Black or white? Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. Depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Does that mean that if we go to the hideaway, we'll have we have Wade with us? It looks like we got all of them.
We'll show them that the fire in our hearts is not so easily quenched.
Oh, this is the way I came. Sorry, give me a second. How do I check the party again? Oh, we have a guest character. I see.
Oh, no, what hit them?
That's how that works.
We'll show them as much mercy
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
as... How long
Thank
have
you.
you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
What is this? I guess there are people still coming down.
Come along now. The bastards are lucky I did that.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
I honestly didn't see them. Okay. Everyone just fled, huh? Good.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Now let me show you a flame.
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
Does it now?
On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to find out
Oh,
for them.
that's annoying. Let me just knock it down. How did it not get staggered?
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Oh, I think someone just shot me in the back. Oh, one of these things. Oh, it's not. I need to master that. It doesn't go far enough for what I need. Well, hello.
A noble stand. albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
You don't even have a real boss bar. Are Dragoons just regular enemies now? Ah, fuck. What? Did I not change quickly enough? Okay. Oh, come on, how did that miss? Oh, and I already used that.
So wait.
Okay, they got reinforcements.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finish him.
Alright, come here. Thought I dodged. I figure I can get down. Did you? It should be enough. Yeah, there you go. Let's throw all my spells at him.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
We bloody killed all of them.
We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
I need to keep sending people over here.
Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
All right. I think we can claim some stuff from the hideaway with our current renown.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Oh, there we go.
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for
I appreciate that they straight up right away tell us how do you exist? What do you eat? How are you funded?
Appearances must be maintained.
At least it wasn't banditry.
Wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement.
They could have fooled me though.
State and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
It's another sticker for us.
Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Seal obtained. Accepted the burnt blade from
I shall
Wade.
work with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Oh,
Or the Lord Commander.
I saw I was already wounded.
Wade.
Couldn't
If
exactly
there's ever anything you need.
run away from the rampaging phoenix.
Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Was this play fighting with the uncle?
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death,
Flax
must
wench?
thou plague me
What?
still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Or just random theater.
Oh, uncle, you're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
Oh.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
That was nice. That was heartwarming.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
I hope the good uncle doesn't die. God, they're making me like him.
You being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Feels like Jill can't quite get herself in the mood. It's kind of withdrawn compared to the others in this scene. Even Clive is a bit more enthused with his uncle's
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
encouragement.
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
This little wave to call Torgal over. Okay. I guess let's head back to the hideaway. I'm trying to think about that, the monster thing. I mean, she was serving under duress, and this came up mostly because Uncle Byron mentioned that Annabelle was a monster at this point.
But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
I'm just thinking, I don't think they are in a similar situation at all. Like, Vivian is in a position of power, and she's abusing it horribly against her own people. While Jill was in quite the opposite situation. Hey, we're back. Here be monsters. I guess before that I should actually just start picking up side quests.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this?
Who?
It's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
I think he's hoping for a butcher, actually.
Hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me.
Or a hunter, rather.
You're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
How could I refuse?
Something tells me you won't be taking...
Fantastic!
Oops.
Thank you.
So, dare I ask...
Unless I forget, you can skip through this dialogue.
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the Gormans of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn. But unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
More broth than brawn? I like that.
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Alright. I've expected it to be about... Well, it's probably about plant monsters, if we do end up hunting. Did I pick up stuff for the Orchestrion? I do believe I bought some from merchants. It doesn't really say which ones I bought, huh? Is this even... I can't hear anything. Okay. Just stick with our terms. At least there's a pretty calming melody. Earthstone, that's probably just about the new stage opening up. We got stuff at the reading table.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad with all the bloody dust.
See this? All quiet in the Dominion. The Dalmex and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither want to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. So the Imperials kind of moved into a central piece of land called the Dominion, the Crystal Dominion, and the Dalmex came in to supposedly liberate them, but I guess they're engaging in a long siege at this point. There's Wade. My Lord Marquess. I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at the Lazarus. But certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the self-same man I followed into Stillwind those many years ago. A true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. Wade. And an apple a day. That's Otto. For completing the fruits of her labor. A lad from the yard ran up a basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. Was the time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these. What for their foul bite, but for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented. Our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now. Sid would be proud. Otto. Neat. Okay, let's start doing more side quests and adding to that pile of letters. Still wishing for a sprint button. Oh boy. I'm gonna ignore Vivian for a while. She might just lock my ability to travel.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the flame?
Yeah, they've been around for 5 years, haven't they? How didn't we hear about them?
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Such is the round of Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sword left this on the nightstand, may it serve you better than it did him. A busy courtesan. Berserker ring. Okay.
All yours.
That's
Come
neat.
again. I may have more for you.
So what is that? Berserker ring. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Huh. Let's try that. And yeah, this guy's telling me where there are missions.
Look at the list, do you?
Are there missions outside of here?
Think you can
Guess
help?
not. Hi, August.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Oh, that voice doesn't fit you.
Something wrong.
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while.
The blacksmith?
It only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
If you think it'll help.
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So,
He looks like he
I'll
should
go
have a
first,
much
and you can meet us at the forge.
deeper voice.
Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Is it the mustache, maybe? Facial hair? I wonder if he's gonna send me to go kill something outside as well.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
Hello, Blackthorn. What's your deal? What are you so frowny about?
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that.
I wonder where Goots came from.
Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
Do you want us to get that thing for you? Or would that also be too much for your pride?
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Where is she? Right here.
Karen, do you have a moment?
Do you still have that cuirass?
Recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
It's already gone, I bet.
I sold it already.
Figures.
Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag
Was
it.
there?
Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern.
Oh, is that the one that I was going to go look for?
Karen, we'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
Oh, I just noticed, I was about to say sight. I just noticed Torgold just sitting in the back.
Finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
You might just be able to do that, yeah, it looks to be the... I think It looks to be the same quest I was looking at earlier. I think the location is similar, at least. Or we may be able to take care of 2 at a time. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh no, this is different. Were you hoping to hunt a Griffith, Koopas? Then I do have the billet for you, Koopo. An especially horrible one the locals call Dosmare. Oh no, it's a different one. Miss Frank B, I was thinking of this thing, the Angel of Death. It's probably one of, yeah, it's also Caer Norvin's. Passing along the trail from Lostwing to Caer Norvin. One of our order was met with a sudden blast of wind, so strong that it beat back the trunks of old oaks, and heard a cry so terrible that he ran for his life. Questioning the locals revealed that this area was a nesting place of the elder griffin known as Dosmare, a beast much hated for its appetite both for chocobos and for children. And this is Belphegor, Wyvern, Random Dragon. Wild Evis of striking size makes its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Oh, I think I know where that is. I think I've already been attacked by a Wyvern over there. It is only a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition any brave volunteers to march to the northern border. We might cut the fiend down before it makes trenches. Is it? Trenchets? Is that a word for meal of the nearby villages? It's still sending us here. Do we need to do something with these? Is this only when we pick it up? I think we just go out there and go find them. Okay, this is as good a time as any, I guess. Open world map. Okay, so where is Caer Norvin anyway? Dragon's Airy. No, this is too far. Too far east, I think. Caer Norvin, Glorcos Gate. Norvin River Gate. Okay. Batter's Gate. I believe the C rank mark should be around here. Is the Griffin around on this side then? Let me check that again. I wish I could just get the board instead of needing to talk to the Moogle. I'll be exploring for a little bit. A trader coming by the way of Caer Norvin met with a troop of crisp breakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked harpy on the road ahead. The sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. Then passing the trail from Lostwing to Caer Norvin. Okay. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, gotten too used to playing games on my PC now, so I just don't know what the menu buttons do. This is Northreach. Dragon's Eyrie, Lostwing. The Griffin seems to be somewhere around here, right? Let's go to the village and just walk down. Able to find something this way. How do I get over there? I wonder if there's a day-night cycle for these places. If there is, I bet they made it affect the hunts, and that would be kind of annoying. But I think it's just tied to story progression. Okay, once I step out, can I call my chocobo? Sure can. Oh, what's this? There you go. So I imagine we'll just find the griffin along the way. What happens if I... Oh, nothing. Okay. Just run past them. Find either the griffin or a random harpy. Bad. Okay, Anivus. Just hanging out. What's that? Oh, let's fight this. Oh, I can jump. How do I get out? Help. Oh, I need to hold it. Okay. I don't want to fight this one. Just pretend it's practice. Oh, it's level 13. No wonder it's just breaking. Okay, maybe it isn't worth picking fights with stuff that just happens to live here.